Thank you. Hi, guys. Tom Nixon, our speaker, has spent over 30 years as a writer, speaker, and graphic designer. He has worked with clients ranging from small mom and pop shops to Fortune 500 corporations. And he's been helping them to discover and distribute their core messages powerfully and effectively. Tom now specializes in creating visual presentations for live audiences and works with professional speakers and executives to help them polish and deliver critical presentations. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tom Nixon.
I am deeply, deeply honored to be standing in front of such an amazing group of people today. People who have worked hard, people who had a vision, people who wanted to make something positive happen in this world. I'm not talking about the graduates yet. We'll get to you guys later. I'm talking about you folks over here, and the folks in the back, and all you folks over on this side, and of course, this incredible school. You had their back the whole time. The sons, the daughters, the parents, grandparents, crazy Uncle Al, weird Aunt Betty, all those people stood by you, saw what you could be, and put up with you for the last 2 to 4 years. And believe me, it probably wasn't easy. But we're here now, aren't we? And I think that everybody in this audience, all these people back here are thinking to themselves, they have one thought, one crystallized thought. Boy, I hope they get a job soon. I think that's probably in the back of their mind a little bit, but really what I'm thinking that they're thinking is I want them to make a difference. I'm here because I wanted to make a difference in their lives, and I want them to make a difference in the lives of their family, their colleagues, the world. And that's an incredibly powerful statement to make. But you guys are the superstars. It's on your shoulders, your powerful, strong shoulders, that these folks get to stand and move into the future. Pretty cool stuff. And I think we ought to do something really special. I think we ought to start this thing off right. We ought to start it off on a big high note. This is a celebration, right? We don't need to be all somber and serious. When I say so, when I count to 3, I want the graduates here. I want these folks to give you guys an unbelievable standing ovation. I want the rafters to fall down. I want people out on 75 to go, whoa, what was that? Can you do that? Are you guys with me? Can you make this happen? Does anybody know how to do that whistly thing with the 2 fingers real loud? Does anybody know how to really pump it up and really raise the roof? Because we got to play big here. This is your graduation. This is as big as it gets. So ready? All the graduates, come on, stand up. I want these people in the audience to know and have no doubt how much we appreciate them. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo! All right, keep it going, keep it going. Thank you. Okay, my turn. Have a seat, folks. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of spirit we've got here. Okay. I'm done, actually. That's about as best as I'm going to get, so. I'm a tech guy. I've been a graphic designer for 30, 35 years. And I started out, yeah, it's as old as dinosaur. My kids call me a dinosaur. And I started out way before computers, right? And I saw the whole world change as computers came on. But I want to show you something that's so cool today. Now, they introduced the iPhone, today, yesterday, something like that. But I've got something even cooler than that. I've got a piece of technology. Most of you don't even know that this exists. Most of you have no idea that this is on the planet. But this is as cool as it gets. Are you ready? It's this baby. Do any of you know what this is? It's more than a typewriter. It's much more than a typewriter. I'll put this out here. I want to talk about this baby. It's a portable typewriter. When I was growing up, this was as cool as it got. You mean you could take that big typewriter and you could make it portable? Huh. It was astounding. But I'll tell you something. You add a few years to that, you add the kind of expertise and the kind of brilliance that these people have here, and this is a portable typewriter. And this is so much more. This was the future. People didn't even envision what this was going to be back when this was cool. And I want you to imagine something. I want you to think about taking this, moving to this, and taking this, add 20, 30 years, add careers, add the kind of passion and brilliance that's sitting before us. We can't even begin to think what this is going to be. It's going to be unbelievable. And we get to ride along with them because we've invested in these folks all that passion and love and support that we had. Now, like I said, I'm a tech guy. And I'm really into the social media thing. I've been doing those Twitters for about a year now. And I've got 35 followers. So I'm cool. I'm as cool as it gets. And I've sent out about 20 really cool tweets. So I've got how you can make a difference, how you can add to the world's brilliance in 4 tweets. 4 tweets and 4 stories. And that's how I'm going to do this. So we're going to start. Tweet number 1. Be ready for adventure. Don't let the world pass you by because it's moving at rocket speed. When I was 12 years old, I got up in the morning and my day, man, I was ready to rock and roll. In the summertime, my friends and I, we'd grab our bikes, we'd head to the swimming hole, or we'd head out into the forest and play in the woods and make tree houses, or we'd make go-karts, or we'd do all sorts of amazing things. There was nothing at 12 years old I couldn't do. And you guys are probably the same. Then a few years later, you get some responsibility, you got some bills to pay, you got family to take care of, you got schoolwork, you got all sorts of things pulling on you. And you forget about that lust you had for life, that reason to get up every morning at 5 o'clock and get out, let's go do the day. Don't lose that. That's so important. That's the kind of thing that's going to make your career take off beyond anything in your wildest dreams. Whether you're cool here in Kennesaw, Georgia, or you're on an adventure halfway around the world in Saudi Arabia or in Africa or wherever the world takes you, don't be afraid of adventure. Don't let the world drag you down with all those things that hold you in place. That's tweet number 1. Tweet number 2, work hard. Now, I have a story to tell you, but it's really just the story about you folks. You guys know. You've invented it almost. You've redefined how to work hard because you guys have families. You guys have jobs. You guys have all sorts of other things in your life. Maybe some of you have children. Maybe you have elderly parents you're taking care of. You've got all kinds of things holding on to you, saying, no, you can't do that. No. But you saw that goal. You saw that graduation. You saw that degree, and you knew that was your future. So you didn't let that stop you. And you knew no matter what obstacles were in your way, like this table or anything that's here, no matter what there was one thing that was going to get you through, and that was hard work. And you worked hard. I talked to some of you beforehand, and I got an idea how tough it was for some of you. And every single one of you to be sitting in that chair today has worked hard. And all these people behind you, they've worked hard to get you here too. So that's what hard work does. But I want to tell you one other thing about hard work you may not know. There are people who are going to tell you, you know, this person was born with a silver spoon in their mouth. This poor person, he won life's lottery. They were born into a rich family. They had everything given to them. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. Hard work makes luck happen. Hard work takes chance, and turns it into luck and comes smacks you on the head and gives you the tools you need to succeed in this world. It's hard work that makes it happen. I know. Tweet number 3, always keep moving. Don't let the dust settle on you. My wife who's here tonight, I think somewhere, she was going to sneak in the back. My wife and I decided to join a hiking club. Now, my wife is slim, she's great looking, in case she's watching, she's fantastic. And she's real fit. She hikes great. She hits the trail and she's gone. I, on the other hand, I'm an old guy. I got bad feet, I got bad knees, I got a little bit too much here, I got a sunspot here I got to keep covered up when I'm going out. But I was into it, I was doing it. And we did a lot of really great hikes. This past May, we went to the Grand Canyon. And our club decided we were going to go down the Grand Canyon. Now, has anybody ever been there? Has anybody ever hiked into the Grand Canyon? It's serious business. It's 40 or 30 degrees up on the rim, and it's 90 degrees in the bottom a couple hours away. So we started, and we're heading down. It's a 10-mile hike to an Indian village to a place called Havasu Falls. About 7 miles in, I'm doing my cranky old man thing. I'm going, oh, what was I thinking? This is ridiculous. My feet are killing me. I am hot. I want to find a tree. I want to take a nap. There's no trees. And I knew there was one thing. Everything I've ever learned about hiking, there's one thing you can do. No matter how difficult it is, no matter how much you want to give up, no matter what the situation is, you always have one tool, one thing you can use. That's to put one foot in front of the other. And then do it again. And then do it again. And you keep moving. That's how you make a difference. That's how you get to where you want to go. That's how you leave all that bad stuff behind. And it's a great metaphor for life and how you move into things that you want to get to. So 3 miles later, we're at Havasu Falls. We set up camp, and in the middle of the night, I got up. And I'm looking up at these canyons, 1,000 feet straight up on either side. It's amazing. And where you would think you would see stars, there's no stars. There's diamonds. The most brilliant sky I've ever seen in my life. It was so incredible, you were afraid to walk because you were going to walk like this. You're going to fall over stuff. That's what happens when you keep moving. That's what happens when you let go of all that bad stuff. When you say, no, I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to keep pushing on. Like you folks have degrees today. You kept pushing on. That's what happens. Tweet number 4. Give more than you get. Yeah, it's a platitude. It sounds like the golden rule, kind of modified for a graduation ceremony. But it's so true. I want to tell you a story about my father-in-law. My father-in-law came to America when he was 16 years old. He came here from China. He didn't have anything in his pocket except that American dream. He knew that this is where he wanted to be. He knew this was his future. He knew this was the most amazing place on earth for him to bring a family, to raise children, to start a business, to be successful. But he also knew that he owed so much of what he was to his family and his friends back home. So in 2 or 3 years, he's in Boston. He's working at a restaurant. And he's sending money back home to his family, to the village that he came from. A few more years, he's in Providence, Rhode Island. He met up with some people, and together they bought a restaurant. He had a partner in a restaurant. He had a family. And all the time, he was taking care of his family, and he was sending money back home. A few more years, and he bought out his partner. And this is where it gets really cool. The restaurant that he had, the Mi Hong restaurant, for 30 years, there were people lined up around the block. 30 years, people were waiting to taste the food that this man made, to sample his hospitality, to feel his warmth and gracious generosity. And when he was 90 years old, my wife and her siblings decided to give him a 90th birthday party. They brought him into a room and they sat him in a chair, this little tiny, tiny man. And they brought in his friends and family, over 250 of them. People who he had helped, people who he had never said no to. If they needed a job, if they needed to come to America and earn their citizenship, if they needed a place to stay, if they needed financial help to get through bad times, maybe to buy a restaurant, he helped them start restaurants. He helped them start businesses. He did so much for them that all these 250 people, as I sat there and watched this little tiny man sit in his chair, they came up to him. They pulled a chair up next to him. They sat down next to him. Somebody would put his hand on his hand and look him in the eye. And sometimes they were crying. And they would say, thank you. Thank you. You don't know what you did for my family. You don't know what you did for my children. You don't know how much this meant to my success in life that you stood by me. And a few years later, when this incredible man passed away, I realized that I may never meet the Donald Trumps of the world. I may never meet Bill Gates or any of those superstars who are incredibly rich. But I certainly met and got to know and got to learn from the richest man I ever knew. An amazing story. This is what it means to give more than you take. Because when you do that, when you send out, when you help your colleagues, when you help the people that you work with, when you help your family, when you help anybody, the stranger on the street, you're not really giving. It's coming back to you in waves. It's filling up your life. So as you go out, this is how you make a difference. These are the things you can do to make a difference in the world. It's an incredible opportunity. So this is a serious occasion, but it's also a really cool celebration, right? That was pretty heavy stuff. So I want to end this on a real high note, okay? Now, you guys don't have any excuse because I saw how you hoot and hollered a second ago. So we're going to do something cool. Now, I talked to Dave down there. I talked to Dave. He said, you guys don't have a school cheer. What's up with that? So we're going to do one, right? I wrote one. I'm good at this stuff. I wrote a school cheer for you. So it's a 2013, 21st graduation? 21st? Something like 2013 ITT-Tech graduation cheer. Are you ready? Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you going to do it? Because it's got to be big. If it's not big, I'll just leave right now. Oh, okay. It's going to be big, right? And you guys are involved too. So here's what we're going to do. Let me set it up for you. I'm going to signal to the graduates. And when I do that, they're going to go, thanks, Mom. Okay? And then I'm going to signal to everybody else. And they're going to go, no problem. All right? So let's try it out. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. All right? We're not going to test you guys because I know you can rock it out. Then, after we do that, I'm going to signal back to them. And they're going to go, thanks, Dad. Now, I know that there's 100 other people here, all sorts of relationships. So you got to figure that out in your brain. But I think Dad's a good one to focus on so we all sound like we know what we're doing, all right? And you can tell these people later, it wasn't Dad. I was really thinking about you, Uncle Al, okay? But right now, that's what we're going to do. Then we're going to go back to you guys. Are you ready? You're going to go, no problem again. This is going to be so cool. Then I'm going to come back to the graduates. They're going to go, oh, yeah. And then I'm going to go to you. Oh, yeah. Are you guys up for this too? Okay. All right. That was, right. Well, we're going to make it work. So we're going to do, oh, yeah, and we're going to do, oh, yeah, again. We're going to do 2 times. And then I'm going to go like this. And then everybody's going to look around and go, what are we doing? And then I'm going to go, whoa, we're going to go, whoa, and we're going to go, whoa, and everybody's going to go, whoa, and it's going to be, whoa, and you're going to go, whoa, and you're going to go, whoa. Everybody's going to go crazy, right? We're going to make those people, they're going to stop the traffic on 75 because they think it's not safe. All right? We're going to get as loud and as big as we can. And then when we get to the top, we're going to do 3 times. Make a difference. Make a difference. And then make a difference. Okay? Humor me. Let's give this a try. Because when we do that, when we get pumped up, when we realize that that future is out there waiting for us, and that what really is going to happen in this world, the thing we really want, is to make a difference. When it's all said and done, in 30 or 40 years, when some of you may be sitting back there looking at the people up here, thinking, there's my nephew. I didn't screw up his life too bad. You're going to want him to make a difference. That's where we're going. The future is right there waiting for us. So make a difference is it, and I'm ready to get this place rocking. Are we going to do it? Yeah. All right. All right. So, graduates, stand up, baby. Are you ready? Are you big? Is this big? Okay. Thanks, Mom. You ready? I hope. All right. 1, 2, 3. Thanks, Mom. All right. Very good. Very good. Ready? Thanks, Dad. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Woo! All right. All right. This is the big finish. You got to have a big finish because this is what sells the whole deal, right? These guys are going to have trouble following this. So you ready? Oh, yeah. Okay, oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Make a difference. Make a difference. Make a difference. Thank you, ITT-Tech. I am honored. You guys can sit down. Thank you so much.